Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Melissa, and today I want to go over how to read a nutritional label when you are following a ketogenic diet, because that was probably one of the biggest things that I had to learn at the beginning when I started my keto diet, was how to read these nutritional labels, because normally a lot of people are following a low calorie, low fat diet, but with keto you're following a high fat, low carb diet. And so you have to make sure that you're reading your labels properly, and it's going to be depending on who you ask of whether or not you're going to count total carbs or net carbs. So everybody is different. I personally follow net carbs, so that's what my video is going to be talking about. And just a quick little thing, and if I'm wrong in any way, that is fine. I'm just telling you what I've learned. When you're talking about losing weight on a ketogenic diet, it's about having low insulin levels. When your insulin is high, it causes you to store fat, and that is why you gain weight. Versus if you have low insulin, you are going to burn fat for energy. So on a high insulin diet, you are eating a lot of sugars and carbs, and it stores it for energy, and it will burn carbs for energy, and it will store your fat. So when we follow keto, we make sure that we are at a low insulin level so that it will burn any fat that we've stored versus carbs. So I hope that kind of helps to understand how it works and what we're following. And I'm going to go over a label. Okay, besides having low carbs and you're trying to stay under 20 carbs a day, the second thing that you need to do is cut out sugars, because of course sugars turns into high insulin, and so you're going to start storing that fat again. So make sure your nutrition that you're looking at is not only low carb but is also low sugar. And when you are looking at what's called sugar alcohols, and please do Google that so you can understand that better, you need to be making sure that you're looking for natural sugar alcohols and not the other ones, which is like maltitol, sorbitol, and xylitol, and I could be saying all three of those wrong, so make sure you Google them. Those three are not the natural ones, and so I don't usually remove those for my net carbs the same way I would if it was what is called like erythritol, and that is a natural sugar alcohol that can be removed from your carb count. Okay, so let's go over that. Okay, let's take for example the sugar alcohol of erythritol. I got this one from Amazon, but you can usually find it in a natural food store. This is great for baking when you get to the point of wanting to bake keto desserts. So you can see it's 0 calories. Use it for sugar-free recipes. But when you look at the label on that, let's go over this. So obviously calories and fat are 0, but what we're looking at is total carbs. So it's 4 carbs per serving, which is 1 teaspoon. But because I do net carbs, I am going to remove the sugar alcohol, which is 4 grams, and I'm going to remove that from carbs. So 4 minus 4 equals 0, so this equals 0 carbs. Okay, the next one is riced cauliflower. I got this from Costco, and it's frozen. So you can see it says 4 carbs per serving. And we're going to flip it sideways. So you can see the calories are 20, fat is 0, carbs are 4 grams, and then dietary fiber is 2 grams. So when it's dietary fiber, you're going to minus that from carbs. So the net carbs are 2 carbs, and then sugar is 2, which I wouldn't go more than 2 grams of sugar per serving, because you really want to get your sugars cut out. Okay, my favorite and probably the only reason why I can follow a keto diet is because cheese is allowed on a keto diet. It is high fat, but it is low carb. So you can see calories are 110. And remember, to be able to lose weight, you must have a calorie deficit. So you're going to make sure that you follow the correct macros for your diet. But you can see total fat is 9 grams, and that's for a 1 ounce, 1 inch cube. Carbs is less than 1 gram. But remember, if you have multiple servings, that carb count is going to go up. So keep that in mind. Okay, if you are following a strict keto diet, wheat is not allowed on keto. So this would not be something that you would eat. I am not following a strict keto diet. I do a combination of lazy keto and strict keto. So for me, these are okay, but I don't eat them very regularly. It's usually just when I don't have anything else to eat. So fat is 3 grams, carbs is 19, and dietary fiber is 13. So what you would do is you would minus 19 minus 13 equals 6 carbs. So 1 tortilla is 6 carbs. And so if you had that with cheese, you'd probably be looking at about 8 carbs for that meal. Okay, a lot of people like to eat yogurt, but you have to be very careful with yogurt when you're on a low carb diet. This Oikos 000 is one of the ones that I found are pretty okay when we're looking at carbs, but yogurt is a kind of an exception on how you read the label. So it's 14 minus 6, which equals 8, and then sugar is 3. But as long as the ingredients include active yogurt cultures, it has to say that, then you can minus half of the sugar content from your carbs. So it would be, what did I just say, 8, and then you can minus 3 from that, so it'd be 5 carbs for 1 container. So 1 container would be 5 carbs. And so for some people, when they do breakfast, they're okay with it. Okay, next is this Premier Protein Shake, which I drink it straight for breakfast. Make sure it's refrigerated, but there's a couple different flavors that you can get. Like I know there's a caramel and a vanilla, and a lot of people like to put that in their coffee so that it has a really nice taste in it. And so these are really good. 3 grams of fat for 1 shake. 5 carbs minus 3 for fiber equals 2 carbs for the shake. So this is what I usually eat on a regular basis for my breakfast. Now, of course, you need to be always checking your protein as well, because you don't want to overdo it in protein, because that's, of course, bad for your health. So make sure you're following what you're supposed to have protein-wise every day when you're punching that into your calculator of what you're logging in for the day. Okay. Something that I need to have with pretty much every meal is ketchup. But if you look at regular ketchup, it's about 5 carbs per serving, and a serving is a tablespoon. So what I found is this no sugar added ketchup, which I buy mine from Target. As you can see, I ordered it online. And with this, it's only 1 carb per tablespoon. It is still 1 gram of sugar, but 1 carb is a lot better for me because I eat it pretty regularly. And so it, of course, has less sugar as well. Okay, last label is going to be bacon, and bacon is kind of a big deal when you're following a keto diet because it is high fat and low carb, but of course you need to make sure that you check with your doctor if it's okay to be following this diet, because you don't want to be eating a lot of this high cholesterol food if it's not good for you. So you can see 7 grams of fat, 0 carbs, 0 fiber, and 0 sugar. So that's why we eat bacon pretty regularly. I usually eat it with eggs or stuffed mushrooms or wrapped around shrimp. It's a really nice, high sodium item, especially because we need extra sodium for our electrolytes when we're following keto. Okay, so that is how I read my labels for keto. Make sure you're Googling stuff. This is just my own personal views and opinions. If you don't agree with them, that is totally fine. Make sure you're Googling everything and punching it into a fitness calculator so that you can keep track and log all of your fat, protein, calories, and carbs for the day. And stay under 20 carbs so that your body stays in ketosis, and you will, of course, burn your fat. So good luck.